Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Well, hello, somebody. It's time to move your body. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches. It's your host, Marlon, Big Fave Favorite. And it's Monday, baby. Fun day. LSU was on a bye week. The Saints got a big-time win. We're cooking with hot grease down here in South Louisiana. I want to take this time right now to send a big shout-out to ESPN Baton Rouge, Paul O'Neill for getting us rolling here. We had slight technical difficulties in the studio. Man, I feel like I'm about to record a track, Hannah. This thing nice and live.
Oh, yeah.
It's up there. It's up there.
Yeah, that volume hot. Make it hot? Yeah, come on. Make it hot. Shouts out to my homie, Hot Boy Ronald. We had a great time.
Hey, well.
We had a great time at Night War in the building. We had a great time at at the Chicken Fest. We'll definitely talk about that later on. Well, y'all, we got a pretty good show. Want to take this time to thank the Gordon McKernan injury attorneys. Get Gordon, get it done. That's my little. We represent breast cancer month. October's breast cancer month, so that's why I'm rocking our colors for that. NFL represents with that all the time as well. So we want to shout out to Gordon for sponsoring this segment. But guys, I want to jump right into it. The Saints took on New York
Giants.
the New York Giants this past weekend.
Sunday.
And this Sunday, little Chris was in the building.
Yes, sir.
A lot of things that we should look at, y'all. CLI, come to you first. The Saints were clawing for a win. You could tell how hungry the defense was. You could tell how that whole approach was. At any moment during the game, you felt like the Saints was in trouble, or you kind of felt confident with them coming back home, getting this win against New York?
Well, I mean, I could be honest. 14-0, 14-3 was a reason, to pin your ears back a little bit. But shouts out to the offense and the offensive coordinator for sticking with the run. Believe it or not, we were balanced on yesterday. 31 passes for 31 yards. 31 passes and 30 runs. So we were the balanced that we've ever been. Obviously, we all know about the turnovers. But for the most part, in the beginning when it was 14-3, yeah, it was something to be worried about. But we definitely settled. And I can say the Superdome is a place where it's a range of emotions, but we stayed even. We definitely stayed even.
Yeah, no doubt. If y'all want to tune in, if y'all want to comment about the Saints game, feel free to hit us up right now in the chat here on ESPN Baton Rouge's live YouTube. I want to get the feedback from the fan base, kind of get a feel for how you guys felt in this matchup. It was a roller coaster of a game, like you said. The Saints start the first quarter off a bit slow, then picked it up in the second quarter. Chris, you were in the dome, so this emotion that CL talking about, that roller coaster of a feeling, you witnessed it while you were there. What are some of the things in that first quarter you thought kind of put the Saints in a position of where they weren't able to score?
A lot of drop passes once again. A lot of we just didn't know we didn't know if we want to stick with the run at first. We didn't know if we was going to throw the ball. Then false start penalties. Penalties just kept killing drives. That's just always with the Saints offense slowing down in the first half. They always get to, make mistakes, penalties, drops, and then they eventually will pick it up as the game goes on, which we need to stop doing that.
Yeah, you want to start off early and often. That's
right.
Typically what it is, and the Saints did struggle with that early in this game. We wanted to see the running game pick up a little bit more. That was a bit stagnant. And, Jackson Dart came in here with it on his mind. Last time he was here in the state of Louisiana, he lost to them Tigers. So I can imagine how that feels for him. Coach Brian does a pretty decent job, him and his staff, with what they have. You didn't have Malik Neighbors.
Right.
He's out for the rest of the season. But Scatboo, brother, Scatterboo.
From Arizona State.
Scatterboo, and we saw him in his bowl game this past year. Boy could ball out. He does bring a different dynamic to the game that we hadn't seen in a while.
Right.
Kind of puts us in the feel of this Mike Allstott. At first, I thought he was going to be a serious problem. See, he had 15 carries for 59 yards, but it was really just the threat of him blocking.
Right. Well, shouts out to Scatterboo because he's everything that was advertised. I had a teammate that wanted me to draft him in this year's draft. Obviously I couldn't use a pick on a bag that high, but I definitely understood him wanting him because if you look at Scatterboo, his shoulders always went forward. He always leaned forward. He always got that extra 2-3 yards even in the run game. Mm-hmm. The beautiful part about this game that we actually played was that we nullified Scatterboo by the lead.
Yeah,
we took him out the game by the lead, and that was impressive because we all know a couple of weeks ago Drew Brees says if we score 24 points,
come on now,
we win. Obviously, we scored 26, we win. But I would be remiss not to bring up the offensive line. The offensive line played tremendous. Now, a lot of times you don't see the play of a collective group in the stats, but let me be the first one to tell you that the offensive line literally pitched a shutout to some premier pass rushers on defense.
Mm-hmm.
No sack for Dexter Lawrence.
Brian Burns.
No sack for Brian Burns. No sack for Abdul. No sack for Thibodeau. That was the number one problem that we were facing coming into this game. And shouts out to the offensive line for nullifying that. And shouts out to the wide receiver core. I believe that realized that they need to step up for us to be a more efficient and more threatening offense.
One thing Chris says a lot on this show, CL says on this show, is you steal my thunder. I was going to mention that with New York, not training Brian Burns and them a summer ago with BT. Shouts out to BT Jordan doing the training and seeing how fast and active this guy is. You got to give it up to Calvin Banks Jr. Young man got in there, held his own against one of the league's premier pass rushers. I mean, he's in the top 3 pass rushers in the NFL right now. So you got to give that some credit. But before you get a chance to steal my other piece of thunder, I wanted to talk about why those numbers were reciprocated on the other side of the ball for the Saints. We didn't have any sacks. Right. Now, we did affect the pass rush a couple of ways. Brian Bruzy had a pass block. That's
forced fumble.
And the forced fumble.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Today's his birthday?
Today's his birthday.
23, 24 years old. Youngster? Probably.
We don't speak ages on this side.
There you go. Right, he's young. Put it like that. Happy born day, young man. But just thinking about how we weren't able to do that. Now, keep in mind that this is a scrambling quarterback and Jackson Dart. So a lot of those opportunities weren't there, but he did step back and make passes. So, CL, when you look at the Saints' pass rush approach, the way that, they're able to add pressure, but you got to get home. You got to get those sacks. A nice sack puts you somewhere sometimes 3rd and 15 plus,
right.
So what's the formula with that? I know Chase Young got to get back, but.
Oh, my God. Well, we all love sacks, right? Even back during the days of Deacon Jones before they started counting sacks. We all love to see a defensive lineman affect the quarterback. Well, in today's NFL, where every quarterback is mobile, the more important thing now are pressures and staying in your lane. And that's what the defensive line did on Sunday. They didn't necessarily get home like talking about it. Obviously, we all know the rough in the pass, the fake rough in the pass about Grandison getting home cleanly. But we did affect him by staying in our lanes. So when he actually ran toward the line of scrimmage, we were able to corral. Not as much as we wanted to, but once the score got out of reach, they could not run themselves back in the game.
But hold on, here's the thing though. You said something. It is more than one way you can affect the quarterback. We talked about the pass breakup with Brian Bruzy. This team had 5 quarterback hits. So that has to account for something. Our team, 0 sacks, 1 quarterback hit. So, like CL said earlier, Chris, that Saints offensive line definitely stepped up to the plate. They said, hey, we see.
They heard it all week.
It's not even just about them hearing it. They hear it, but it's also them seeing it.
Right.
One of the more insulted things, something that really, I'm going to use one of them old school terms, irks your nerves when you go in the film room. You already know. Like, I know the plays I messed up on.
Right, and it's coming.
Every time, I know it's coming. I can tell you from the start of the game to the end of the game where the drives I played on, the tackles I missed, a misassignment, something of that nature. I remember it like it's yesterday. So for the offensive line to even go through those particular phases through practice, through film study, that plays a major role. Here's my thing, though. What that does is it helps your young quarterback and Spencer Rattler gain confidence in the pocket, right? Yep. It gives him an opportunity to have those throwing lanes, to hit the Rashid Shaheeds on the fastest. I mean, homie was out there like a cheetah on him. Mm-hmm. Sprinting and making those plays. We like to see the Saints. You feel me? Was it like 27 miles an hour he was going?
He was more like 22.
22, I said 22,
23. I think it was 23.
That's
I think
moving.
The fastest time recorded in today's NFL was 23 miles an hour. Yesterday was she.
Basically, you can't snag his food on a motor car and then you're going to get away. He's going to come catch it. He ain't come and get you. So that's something that I think we needed to see more of the deep ball.
Definitely.
So, Chris, when you look at now the way this Saints offense is formulating, they got the win now. So we understand that we out the Owen category. When you look at Spencer Rattler's play, how he's able to find his comfort zone with his targets, get the ball around, what do you think about that with him moving forward?
I love his poise in the pocket. I love his confidence. Absolutely. And then he was just got thrown into the mix and he's still trying to learn the system, and he's not the problem with this team. No, he's not the problem with this team. He just continues to, outperform expectations, and I just love his confidence, his poise, and he's just overperforming right now, and I absolutely love it.
If y'all just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, baby, we're recapping this win. The Saints got him a win. Oh, win the Saints. Go marching in, 26-14, beating basically a red hot, weak team. Boy, Jackson Dart got the start over. Russell Wilson, he made that announcement. Yeah, they was rolling. I'm going to run through his face. Speaking of running through face, now look, we won the game, so this doesn't look as bad. As a former defensive lineman, Carl Granderson got caught lacking. He got caught lacking. Scatterboo. Mm-hmm. Scatterboo, Cam Scatterboo. The new Mike Allstock. Mike Allstock 2.0. He's back in the flesh, baby. The running backs are back. Even though the play looked embarrassing, it could have been avoided. Now, on that play, I want to say they barely got a first down. I think it was like 4th and short or something like that. It was one of the short yardage plays. But what I found very interesting about how that looked, he just got caught too high. And he wasn't expecting, like, this happened to me before. Ray Rice, caught me lacking. Let me tell you, brother, I thought for sure I had a clear shot at the QB. This little running back come out of nowhere, lift me off my feet. I'm easily 325 at the time. So that running back is back. There's no more, that dude's like, I'll run through him. Yeah! He was going crazy out there, boy. He definitely sniffing the ammonia before you go out there on the field, boy. He be a live wire out there. So, Carl Granderson, I got your back, dog. You just keep the pad levels down, get ready. Because he tried to just look over him like, nah. He took a little fall. Well, the Saints are victorious, so that's all that matters. But we do have to look at some of the negatives. what they need to really work on moving forward. We mentioned the pass rush, how important that is. We have Drake May next week. He looked all like Tom Brady this past weekend, right? Drake May, I do owe you an apology. I was very critical when they had you high on the draft boards. I'm not a believer of some ACC quarterbacks, right? And I'm going to be honest with you, Mitchell Trubisky was drafted from North Carolina before you. It was a similar situation, 1 year experience, this big quarterback that's going to be so good, but you proved me wrong. You really look like number 2. Like, if we could do this over again, you look like number 2. Jaden definitely look like number 1. And quite frankly, Caleb could probably go on the top 10 now. I mean, if they had the power to go back and redraft, right? So he definitely looked like an all-star. CL, I got to come to you next because we do need to attack the negatives.
Oh, for sure.
Special teams.
For sure.
Defensive pass rush. I mean, I know we got to get healthy, but let's start with special teams first.
Well, yeah, let's start with special teams first.
My man Group, we got to get it together.
And let's
brother.
try to figure out why, to this day, we have, even though we do have a kicker, another kicker that's in-house that comes over from the overseas program, why haven't we threatened Blake Groupie with being replaced? Kind of what they did in Atlanta with Cool. They got rid of Cool after that first game that he blew. Now, fortunately, we win the game, but at this point, all last year he missed four kicks, 4 field goals.
He definitely missed more than 4 this year.
He's missed 5 already this year. You know, we have to address that. Mike Rump is getting a lot of play on that outside end where obviously a Chase Young would be if he was healthy. He's not getting home. We have to address that. Lately, we've been having problems with running quarterbacks. I think we've been more lane responsible, so we have addressed that. I mean, there's never anything perfect, even in a win. But
sure.
I'm just curious to see what is the thought process, because once again, we get rid of the special teams coordinator. We get rid of the special teams ace. And then lo and behold, in the midst of this year, special teams is now a question mark. Because even if you have a good game, okay, against Drake May and the New England Patriots, do you really trust for it to come down to a 50-yard field goal by Groupie? I would be uneasy. I'm sure you guys would be too. So obviously we can't have it to be that close of a game come next Sunday. And I do respect Drake May. I still think that it's about what's around you. Spencer Rattler looks better because guess what? Taysom Hill came back. Foster Monroe came back.
Yeah.
Chris Olave decided to catch 7 balls. Rashid decided to get deep. You understand? So he looks a lot better. Drake May has a 2-headed monster at running back. He looks a lot better. Stephon Diggs decided to get out the blogs and come to the football field. He looked great last night. You can't take anything away from him.
Sean Boutte from LSU.
Yeah. So everybody looks good. Football is the greatest team sport. You want to know why Spencer Rattler looked so good yesterday? The offensive line held up.
No doubt. It's a couple of things that we could look at in regards to the special teams. I think it is the expectations aren't super high for this team this year.
Right.
But you still have to have some type of effort. Right. So it is time to at least put the yellow light up. This is an issue because when you're down the stretch and say, for instance, the Saints may have an opportunity to grab a wild card and they need that clutch kick, I don't think we can depend on Groupie right now.
He misses a kick every game. He averages a miss a kick a game.
No, you Gucci, I understand that, and I feel your passion about this entire situation. I do think because of the nature of how the Saints games have been going, you look at the San Francisco game, you're right there. You're a field goal away against what was a 1-point loss against.
You go back to the Cardinals. Cardinals more like 3 points.
That was 5-3. I feel like we lost by 1 point against somebody. Let me go back and check.
This year?
This year. I felt like one of these games was within reach. All of them, okay.
And we'll use the example. Of Tampa Bay.
One touchdown.
Who's 4-0.
1 touchdown.
So that's what it was. So you had 20-13. You had 26-21.
Yeah.
That's the San Francisco one that was close. Seattle, that was the blowout. Buffalo, I saw light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, but that's what we saw, the light at the end of the tunnel. The young guys stepping up. Sank, I think, had a pick in that game.
Sank had a pick, yeah.
And it was like the team was coming together. We saw some things. We saw that the Bills had some rankles which the Patriots exposed.
Right.
So, to your point, Lil Chris, I want to come to you next. The Saints are a special teams player away. The Saints are a big target receiver away. The Saints is a offensive line being consistent week in and week out, staying healthy. When you look at those things that I mentioned, what do you put at the top of the list for the Saints to take this 1-4 and turn it to 500? At least to 500 in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, I would say at the top of the list, because you could be in a close game, any game.
Mm-hmm.
So, at special teams, they decide if you lose the game or if you win the game. So, I think special teams is the most important part, for sure.
I have to agree with you.
Agree as well,
we have to get that together.
Tampa Bay, who is 4-0, maybe 5-0 now.
They're 4-1.
They're 4-1.
Yeah.
You see them
every game has come to the last. Every game they've played has come to the last play of the game. So if this is a division rival that you throw the records out the door anyway, let's say this game comes down to a field goal. I'm not comfortable.
I'm trusting the Bucs more than the Saints.
Yeah, and just to be quite frank, y'all, this is one of those situations where you look at Tampa. They beat the Falcons. They beat the Texans by 1 point.
Yes, correct.
They beat the Jets by 3 points. You lose to the Eagles within a touchdown score. That's this division, y'all. That's the point I'm making. And the way the Saints are playing now, let's be honest, they did start off with you start off San Francisco. We got lucky they had some injuries. Seattle is one capable team. We see that.
Yeah.
The Bills still is viewed as, you look at power rank, is probably one of the top teams here in the NFL.
Oh, for sure.
So, and then you got the Patriots. Let's go to that game next. I do want to forecast the next 4 games because the next 4 are going to be important too to the race to 500, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
This Patriots game is a game you could win. It's at home. I would watch that Bills film versus the Patriots just to kind of see the things that Buffalo did successful and where they were hindered.
Yeah.
You get healthy, you stay healthy. You got the Bears. We know that can be a win. Tampa, these two teams play each other up, and then you get into the LA Rams. It can go either way with them, with them in Stafford. So, look, Chris, I'll come to you first.
Yeah, I don't know about the Rams.
Yeah, I don't know about the Rams either.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I done
but
waste so much money at SoFi.
Well, here's the thing with the Rams, dog. Stafford is Stafford.
Yeah.
That's why I had to mention him right here. He already had 1,500 yards.
Right. We ain't
They
stopped
got the run
23
game.
yet.
Right.
Williams.
Williams.
Kyle
and then-
Williams.
and
Notre
then,
Dame.
and then Puka Nacua.
We ain't stopped him yet.
He's a problem right now. He's one of the top tier. And they got, that's a different team. But, hey, here's a Spencer Rattler, about 600 yards behind him, right? Alvin Kamara, we got to have a conversation about AK. He's showing some explosive plays, but it is finding that balance with him and Kendra Miller.
Yeah.
A younger AK with the Mark Ingram, super balanced, right?
Right.
But keys to victory, when we look at this Patriots game, what it is the Saints, I know we address special teams, but what are some other areas that could give us some type of competitive edge?
Keep Drake May in the pocket.
Yeah.
Keep Drake May in the pocket because that's kind of what we struggled with against Jackson Dart in the first half. He was running around in the pocket, making play after play, throw after throw, and that's why they were scoring. They scored on their first 2 touchdowns. Now, we did a better job after that, but if we could just keep Drake May in the pocket, I think the defense can have a lot more success.
Excellent point. Seattle, I'm coming to you next.
And I concur with let's see. We definitely have to keep Drake May in the pocket. He's very threatenable, if that's even a word.
Oh, yeah, he could be definitely
when he
used.
gets outside of the pocket, he's very accurate. I saw him throw some nice sideline balls to number 8. The second key to victory is that we will have to double team number 8. We don't have to wait till he gets 5 catches to realize we have to do something about him. He was motivated last night. I'm sure he want to continue riding that high. We do have to find a way, and I don't think it's a one-on-one situation with him and Kool-Aid. I believe it's more of a bracket type of situation to kind of handle Stephon. But of course, we need the defensive line. Maybe if we could get a Chase Young to show up, maybe we could get some more pressure off the edge. But the keys to the victory is definitely affecting the quarterback, double teaming Diggs, and praying that it don't come down to special teams.
Yeah, I think both of y'all. Now, y'all on point, brother. You look at it from being able to keep the quarterback in the pocket, but we just fresh off a dig, 10 catches, 200 yards. He had like a Jamar Chase day, and to be quite frank, he was the driving force. He was motivated to go back there.
Right.
But for me, y'all, it's going to be about New England's defense. I think that's the biggest surprise more than anything else out of this team. A lot of folks didn't have high expectations for New England. We look up, they're 3-2. So they're right over 500. They got
well-coached team, too.
Well-coached team.
Very cool.
But this is the point I want to make as we wrap, y'all, and I'll get to my key to victory here soon. This is why I like the direction the Saints going. Look around the league of the successful teams. You have Washington pulling it together,
right.
Young quarterback. You have Patriots pulling it together.
With a young quarterback.
They invested into a young quarterback. Look at another youngster got a win yesterday, Cam Ward. It was on a wish and a prayer with some things, right? It really led and went to the, coming down to a field goal, but he got the win. Spencer Rattler got his first win too. So I'm starting to see this trend of young quarterbacks, young players on the team being able to be that spark that these teams need to revive. Don't get it twisted. DeMario Davis is still moving like he in his 20s.
The team in tackle Sunday.
Yes, indeed. CL.
37 years old.
And he cost the fumble.
Ageless wonder.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We still getting some production out of Cam throughout the season. This is this is the best start he's had in a long time in regards to getting to the quarterback. So I do look at that, and that's why I think the key to victory for the Saints is going to be to keep getting better on that offensive line, because this defense is bringing it. They did have a sack, which 2 guys got to the quarterback together in Milton Williams and Hawkins. But most importantly, this team is well coached. We know that.
Vrabel.
You know Vrabel is coming down here with it on his mind. He's off of a win. They beat a really good Buffalo team. This was an undefeated Buffalo team till they had to see the Patriots. So I do think that we have to look at that. But there is light at the end of the tunnel, CL, here as we wrap, because we got Spencer Rattler at quarterback, dog. And I think now that his confidence is built, his offensive line is starting to shape to him, that was part of the problem. We didn't decide who was going to be our starting quarterback till we out of training camp. So now this kid had to adjust. So,
I just think the offense is constantly working towards continuity.
Yeah, that's true.
The offensive line, we've only had the starting offensive line in 5 games. We've only had it for a half of football. By the grace of God,
fully healthy.
The replacement of Ruiz and Simpkins Jr. has worked out better than we could ever imagine.
Real talk.
So we finally getting a little good luck.
That's real.
Vele has got back in on the field. We have a Foster Monroe that's back on the field. We have a Taysom Hill that's back on the field. So we're becoming more versatile. We're realizing that we need to give more carries to a Miller versus a AK. Not saying that AK is dropping off, but the type of offense that we run, or what we want to look like offensively, is a lead back like Miller going downhill, setting the tone with these young tackles that we have that's getting off the ball. So I'm grateful for us showing improvement, because that's all you can ask for every Sunday.
That's all you can do, baby, is ask for improvement, and this team's done it. The Patriots coming down to the NOLA, baby, and we got to show them how it's done. Well, once again, y'all, we want to thank Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Get Gordon, get it done. When life blindsides you, like a free safety could, call Gordon, and he'll throw the challenge flag for you, baby. Hello, somebody. It's inside the trenches. Y'all don't go nowhere. When we come back, we'll be joined by Coach Mo That's right. Celebrity boxing coach right here on Inside the Trenches. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be back. It's ESPN Baton Rouge. Little slogan, huh?
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Conquer Sports Professionals.
Hello, somebody. My name is Marlon Big Favorite. If you're serious about playing college football on the next level and having it paid for, visit us at csportspros.com. Again, that's csportspros.com, or you can click the link below.
Conquer Sports Professionals.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the Trenches.
Conquer Sports Professionals.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite, Super Bowl champion and national champion. Here's the truth. Almost anybody could play college football and get a scholarship or financial aid if they know who's looking for them. Now, you may not be a Division I or Division II football player, but that doesn't mean you can't play college football on the next level. There's hundreds and thousands of schools out there that's looking for football players like you to give you a great education. Right now, the average cost of school is $27,000 a year. That means that's $180,000 just to graduate. Imagine cutting that number down with a football scholarship or financial aid support. At Conquer Sports Pros, we find the right schools that fit you, your talent, your goals, and your future. And they will pay for your education through football. Don't waste time guessing. Let us connect you with coaches and programs that are already searching for players like you. If you're serious about playing football in college to pay for your education, click the link below or visit csportspros.com and schedule a call today. Hello, somebody.
Conquer Sports Professionals.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Well, hello, somebody. It's time to move your body. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches. It's your host, Marlon Big Favorite, and we rolling here on the Monday. That's right. We in beautiful uptown New Orleans right here at the Loyola Studios. Big ups to ESPN Baton Rouge live for picking up this show. And we're going to keep things rolling. Big ups to Conquer Sports Pros. So check this out. If you have a high school football player, nephew, cousin, son, whomever, junior and senior, not getting a lot of offers or not getting the desired offers that they want, they can visit csportspros.com right now. csportspros.com. Visit the link, fill out the information, get a consultation call. The call is free to schedule, and figure out how you can lock up your dreams and have school paid for. So we're trying to get y'all in school paid for. Financial aid through a football scholarship. Remember, visit csportspros.com. Well, speaking of sports, we're gonna keep that going. One of my favorite sports is boxing too. You know, I talk about football a lot, but my man Coach Spider did a boxing training with him for about 9 months. So a couple months ago, Super Bowl course was in New Orleans. I see a boxing coach out there. I'm like, "What's up, Coach? What's up?" So we kick it off and what's your name? I'm Coach Mo, baby. Come on, get in that boxing ring. Look like we get something rolling with you. So our next guest is none other than celebrity boxing coach, boxing champion. We're going to get into that.
Wow.
Coach Mo. Y'all make sure y'all follow her at We Want Coach Mo on Instagram. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Fave. Thank you. See what's going on. Chilling.
So first and foremost, the first thing I noticed about her, she was in better shape than everybody out there. Now, this former NFL players,
Right.
you got the Delvin Bros of the world out there. I'm like, man, Coach is fit.
Oh,
So
man.
we went to talk, and she said, yeah, I do boxing training. So, Sean Hemphill, he's a friend of the show. She knows Coach Sean and Coach Spider. But we didn't really get a chance to really talk. So I don't want to steal my co-host thunder, so I'm going to kind of ask this a little backwards. I'm going to say, where did this journey start for you in terms of making the decision to go to the military service? We'll talk about that. And then how did you get into boxing?
Well, we getting into boxing was just crazy. I actually started boxing at, as they say, an old age. I was 28.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
I was 28, and in the Army, they're sports, but you go through those sports, you come back and you go back to your job. So when I was stationed in Fort Huachuca down in Arizona, the Army team would come and scout out their new potential to be on the team. And this year, I guess I won some tickets to check out the show for free. So I'm on the front row, and I'm like, "What? This is amazing!" I've always been an athlete. I'm from New Orleans. I went to Cohen. I went to Cohen. I played volleyball, basketball, softball. Did my thing. Did well. Scholarship in softball. Academic, of course. My mom made me take the academic, but I did softball very well. So I've always been an athlete. Went to the military, of course, and I saw this sport, and I was like, I've heard of boxing. I've seen it. But man, they rolling. I can fight them from uptown. I think it's an easy thing, So I got into the sport. I just told my coach, I didn't want to compete. I just wanted to get in the best shape of my life, because I can tell you can be in the best shape of your life. And after getting in there about 6 months, coach was like, "Hey, we want you to compete." He was like, "I want you to do this for the Army, for real." And I was like, "Word?" He was like, "Hey, we got about another year since they just passed. We got a year. In this year, I need you to train, and you're going to try out next year for them." The next year I tried out, I made the team at 29 years old, going on 30.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's
You kind
cool.
of let the cat out the bag a little bit. No, but definitely, because we always lead with that. But if sometimes people just initially just say it from the beginning.
Okay.
So we know you're from Uptown.
Absolutely.
So we familiar that you went to Coin.
I did.
Okay, Uptown. What made you join the military, and what branch were you in?
Man, okay, so I'm going to be honest with y'all. I lost my scholarship. I went to UNO. I lost my academic scholarship probably I think my sophomore year going into my junior year. And so, once you lose that scholarship, you're like, dang, what do I do? I don't want to tell my mama too quickly. I don't want to tell her too fast. So what do I do? So I finally, got around to telling my mom, a couple of my friends, and my friends, one of my best friends, she was already in. And she was like, the Army paying for you to go, paying for school if you were trying to get back in quick, fast, in a hurry. And I was like, for real? Okay, I'll do it. So that's how I actually got into the military, was losing my scholarship.
What branch?
Army.
Okay.
Army, yeah.
Wow.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your
Yeah,
support.
appreciate you for your service, Coach. That is really interesting. So you serve in the Army for how many years?
I did 16 years total.
Wow.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did 16 years.
Active?
Active duty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 deployments.
I see you did some traveling.
Yeah, where at?
Iraq, Kuwait, and Afghanistan.
Okay.
All right.
Got all the sun.
Man,
For
140
real.
plus.
I
Okay.
Right.
believe it.
And you talk to your family over here. It's daytime over here. It's
Listen,
nighttime.
nighttime over there.
Right.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was like about 8-9 hour difference.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
wow. So you come back home
Mhm.
with some military benefits, which is good, right? Hello,
Oh.
somebody for that.
He said retired.
And like now you're a boxer. You won a champion. So how many championship bouts did you have in your 16-year time?
So I've had 67 fights. I've won 65 of them. I've only
Wow.
lost 2. Yeah, and one of them I didn't lose, but we gonna it's
Yep,
on the
yep,
book
yep.
that I lost. So
Okay.
we're gonna keep that one there. So I lost 2. I had about 4 Golden Glove championships, if you want to call it. I got my Golden Glove on now.
Oh, that's tight.
That's about it. I ranked number 4 in the nation in 2012, 13, around that time. So
Okay.
that was kind of fresh because I had just really got in. So just got on the team. So I did some things a little bit.
Nah, that's fire.
Olympic trials in 2000. When the first year that we were able to go, was it 16 or 12? Yeah, I think it was 12 that women were actually allowed to go to the Olympics in 2012. I think that was the year.
Well, it was that late?
Yes. Yes.
Wow. I didn't
Yes.
realize
And all
that.
the weight classes wasn't there. So I had to drop down to 141 just to try out to go.
What that was like? Like I know that was early morning, probably get up running,
Listen,
juicing.
I mean, it's the Army, so you already.
Right, that's
Yeah,
right. You
PT,
already,
You're
Right.
already rolling.
I- in the NFL, we had to weigh in, right?
Absolutely.
So every pound we was overweight, they charged us like $500 a pound.
wow.
It was crazy. What was it in the Army like for y'all when?
It's running. It's
I
running.
didn't feel that
Yeah.
Running.
Don't
Oh,
get it out.
it's gonna get running. If we stepped on the scale, so my weight class, like I said, once the Olympics decide to have females in there, so clearly everybody who was in all the weight classes, we all had to move around because they're not putting 152 in. They're not putting. They had 178, I think, 141, 116,
Wow.
105.
Everything but you.
Everything but the weights that,
Right,
what
right.
we walking around, what we fighting in. And so I went from 52 to 41, which everybody don't think it was a lot, but as a
that's a lot.
30-year-old, 30 plus, you're
Right.
a woman,
Right.
you're like, what the hell?
Right. What the hell?
What is this? So that pretty much got tough. So we would have to run if you were like once they set your weight class,
Mhm.
every day we will weigh in and weigh out.
Mm.
Weigh in, weigh out. Not every day. Every training.
Yeah,
So
correct.
so it's 2 to 3 a day.
Right.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
It's 2 or 3 trainings a day. So every training, weigh in, weigh out. Weigh in, weigh out.
Sound
So
like
you-
when we filming and we during COVID. Jesus Christ.
Scan in, scan out.
Tell us about the transition from fighter to trainer.
Oh man.
Talk to us.
And so I had just recently got off the team, probably in like 16 or 17, and I had a deployment. And so I was like, okay, let me take this deployment and let me make me some money.
Right. I know that's
Let me make some
Tax-free?
money. Yeah, tax free, let me take this deployment. And so being over there, they had this little setup gym. So I'm a loner. Like I actually like my my gym time to be my time. So I would be in this one little space. Since they knew that I was a boxer, they just gave me the key and I could just go in there and train. So one day I forgot to lock the door.
Mhm.
And I was in there training and some guys came in. It was like, hey, are you the boxer that everybody keeps talking about? I was like, no, I don't do that anymore. It was like, but could you train us? I was like, well, can we work out with you? So I was like, okay, you guys can come work out with me. I had about 28 guys that were working out with me that we formed a whole team to go fight at another base that was in Kuwait.
That's cool. So it really
That
kicked
started
off for you
yeah,
overseas.
It did. That started it.
Wow.
And I came back, deployed, came back home to Colorado. Then they shipped me to Fort Jackson. And then that's when Fort Jackson found out that I was there. And it was like, hey, we have a boxing team already. Do you mind coaching it? And I was like, okay, sure. Shit, I got Sorry.
No,
it's all good.
okay.
Yeah.
It's all
She-
good.
I was like, so I'm like, I'm already doing it. So yeah.
Nah, that makes a lot of sense. If y'all are just tuning in Inside the Trenches, I'm here with Coach Mo, baby, April Moreland. Y'all be sure to follow her on Instagram at We Want Coach Mo. And I see where the name came from.
see.
Hey,
Who
we
y'all
want Coach Mo to
Who
get
they
us
want?
going.
That's my.
Who they want?
They say we want Coach Mo.
Come on.
So you basically
Let's
in the
go.
sport now.
I am.
So this is kind of your thing now. If I had to ask you to name like your favorite female boxers,
Mhm.
who are some of the athletes that come to mind?
And Wolf.
Okay.
And Wolf. Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of people know her, but don't. Okay, remember this video was circulating with a short black female knocked out this tall white female. Ann Wolf against, what's the lady name? I cannot think of her name. But everybody was circulating it. But
Okay.
everybody ducked her.
Wow.
Everybody ducked Ann Wolf. She became James Kirkland. He was kind of pretty popular. She became his coach. She was the only female coach in the sport of boxing for a very, very long time. And you know that dynamic kind of broke up. Every time them two would get into it, he would lose. When she was
Wow.
in his corner, belts. So I
Wow.
was just like, man, I that's me. I am that person. I need to do that. So Ann Wolf has always been like, hey, no matter how tough it get, Ann Wolf was beating ass, taking names, and you need to do the same.
So she's from Texas. I was
Yeah,
just doing a
yeah.
little research. They call her Brown Sugar.
Yes.
24
Brown
wins.
sugar. Okay.
Listen,
Yes. And she was serious. So
taking ass.
like the late 90s was
Yeah,
like her.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's-
Vonda Ward. That's who her big fight was. Vonda Ward. It was Ann Wolf against Vonda Ward, and it was 30 seconds of the first round.
Mm.
KO'd her.
Come
KO'd
on.
her.
On some
Went to
Mike
sleep.
Tyson stuff.
Yes, and they used to call her Baby Tyson too because she went in there and it was amazing. And the first time I saw that, I was like, okay.
She's different.
Yeah, I was like, that's different. You know,
Texas
it's an all
girl.
male. This is a male dominated sport.
Sure.
You know, very dominated. So to have a female that come in, you know, still showing her femininity, but still showing that she's a dog. You know, and I appreciate that.
That's serious. So, all right. When I think about pedigree in boxing, we know about the great Muhammad Ali.
Sure.
What was your thoughts on Layla Ali as her boxing style?
Nah,
You didn't really.
Nah.
It's a no. It's a no.
Okay.
I think it's the name.
Yeah, I was just about to say
So
she,
it's the
she
name.
traded on the name for a couple of
Yeah,
years.
it was the name.
Yeah.
She you know, hats off to her. She got in the ring because everybody can't do it.
Right, that's real.
Everybody
You
don't
know,
have the stones to get in the ring.
Everybody don't have the kahunas.
Was it like a LeBron Brownie situation or worse?
What you?
I just think, and of course we're gonna have the conversation about you doing celebrity training. In that world,
Yeah.
I think you have to strike while the iron's hot.
Absolutely.
Because let's just say Mr. Ali never got sick. She would have really had much relevance. Besides
Zero.
just being the daughter.
Yeah.
But once he's and no shade on
Yeah,
her.
no.
But this is how media works.
Absolutely.
So she for a while she was almost the voice of
her
him
dad. Mm-hmm.
Right.
until he actually passed. And
Gotcha,
now that he's
gotcha.
passed, we really haven't heard much about
Because the boxing wasn't
Right, it
the
wasn't
forefront.
it. Right.
I don't think it was the forefront.
I agree.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Now Clarissa Shields. No, don't get me wrong. I've sparred her. It
That's
was-
Pat
it was-
Puso lady, huh?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
We don't do that here. We don't do that here.
Not that Puso, not bro.
Yeah.
I threw that boy in there. Yeah, I sparred her. Ooh,
Come on.
Yeah, back in
How
when
tall
she was
is
70
she? Sorry.
I think like 5'8".
Okay.
5'8", 5'10".
I must be
Yeah.
seeing her in heels or something.
Yeah.
She seems a little taller.
And how tall are you,
I'm
Coach?
5'6".
Okay.
Okay. that's-
Yeah.
So
But
she-
like everybody on the team, like, when she came in. So everyone, so our 178-pounder had already fought her, of course,
Mhm.
many times that she hasn't won. But of course, everybody comes down to the Army to Colorado to train to get ready.
Right.
Adrian Broner, Terrence Crawford. Listen, I can name people who
Come
I've
on.
been with that I am very shocked that they're how they are today. Terrence Crawford still
Come
shocking me
on.
to this day.
Elaborate. Because to me, I came to the Terrence Crawford train later. Like I
Okay.
watched maybe like 2 or
Absolutely,
3
as
years
you were
ago.
supposed to.
Maybe about 2 years ago. But like you said, I guess when he got popular in that
Mhm.
time frame, it shocked the heck out of you, basically.
I mean, just seeing him in the gym and seeing, his skills. Don't get me wrong, always skillful. He was always skillful, but he wasn't skillful as he is today.
Right.
I would say that he had a big transitioning.
Okay.
Adrian Broner.
Okay.
He's always been nice, but I've seen him get dropped by a couple of guys on the Army's team, and very upset about it.
That's what them real dogs at. Think about it,
Very
bro.
upset about it. Remember, we are semi-pros,
Right.
so only thing that's stopping us is our card. We already have the pedigree. We already been through the trenches. What we're doing is making a name for the Army going to the Olympics.
Right.
That's all we're doing.
And
We're
y'all-
we're trying to secure a spot for the Olympics for the Army.
And y'all
But we-
eat PT for breakfast.
It's easy work.
We all showing up in bed. I mean, in boxing, it's like when I was in that 9-month phase with Coach Spider, bro, my body looked totally different.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh, for sure.
you're hitting a heavy bag. He putting you on a rope, so it's the constant. It's like a fighting hit training. But to your point, y'all already have intense training in the Army already.
Right.
Ready. So then you train you to fight, which y'all already basically trained to fight anyway. So
We're now just doing it strategically.
Yeah.
More
So-
strategically.
now that's pretty cool, Coach.
Yeah.
So what do you have coming up? You have any I mean, I know I definitely want you to put your information out there if
Yeah.
folks want to train with you, but like what events or anything you have coming up?
So right now, Silver Gloves. I don't know if you guys heard of it. So I know y'all see the Golden Glove. So they just recently started doing a Silver Glove. Silver Gloves is for my 8-year-olds to 17. So it's going to be the first time it's in New Orleans, and we want Coach Mo Boxing Gym is hosting that.
Come on.
So the tournament, they
Where's
chose
that at?
us. It's off of Gravier. I'm 2600 Gravier Street. It's gonna be nice and live. I decided to give the kids, everybody who wins their bracket, they're gonna get a silver glove because that's gonna be their first time ever,
that's
stamping that they did something bigger than, because Golden Gloves, everybody know who that is. Everybody, he's a
Right.
Golden Glove champion. They don't know anything about our young ones coming up. So I'm about to give them something nice.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
Well, in some parts of this great state of Louisiana, I may be considered a celebrity.
Okay.
Hey, you the
Don't get
GM,
that
bro?
on you now. Don't
Not
get-
too much. My friends always say I'm the most non-celebrity
Come on,
anyway.
of course.
I've always hung my hat when I was younger.
Right.
I didn't have much boxing experience, but I did train with Percy Pugh back in the G when I was a younger pup, right there on Contai. Is there anyone, any celebrity training that you've done that you're able to mention to put out there?
I don't. So, Samad Fareed.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys know who that is, he's Mayweather's right hand man. He's the one who trains everybody that comes through Mayweather's camp. So Kamal Moulton. He trained Daniel
Javon.
Jacobs. He's trained
With Tank, huh?
Tank. He's trained what's her name? Alicia Baumgartner.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty much he's my mentor, and he's trained
Okay.
me a couple of times, and he's one of my favorite celebrities for me. He's my celebrity.
For sure.
So he's my favorite. Other than Daniel Jacobs, I got a chance to do a little work with him. Who else was it? I can say, was it Red, Toya's husband? I did a little work with him.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
That's
cool.
I'm trying to think. I trained a lot of people.
A lot of people. I'm just thinking.
I do have one more question.
Go ahead.
In your opinion, who's the best boxer pound for pound right now as we speak?
Ooh,
I'm gonna say Jaron Ennis.
you think so? Pound for pound?
Jaron Ennis is y'all. A lot of people are sleeping on him, as well as Abdullah Mason. He's another one that's sneaking through the ranks. I'm more of a, maybe I could be biased because I'm more of a skillful person. I love
Right.
for you to show me your technique. I love to know that you understand the sport. And a lot of people get out there and just bang, bang, bang.
Right.
You're not gonna know who you are in about 20 years. But let's say I'm gonna even give you 10. You're not gonna know who you are. So for those cats that get out there and actually learn the sport, know what it's like to do your angles, know what it's like to move your head, keep your hands up, you're gonna always have my 100% support. My greatest of all time, I'm gonna tell y'all, is Pacquiao.
Oh wow.
Pacquiao is my
Wow.
greatest of all time. He is. Y'all gotta understand that the skill level that this man has is unmatched, and the left-handedness, he's just a counter puncher, like, and he don't stop. I teach my fighters to not stop. You can last for 9 minutes. 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1.5, 1.5, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. You can last for that, but to be able to Pacquiao throws 1,000 punches. 1,000 punches in 12 rounds.
That's serious.
That's crazy.
Jello.
Hello.
Wow.
But he not losing.
Right.
I mean, he started losing in his older years, but
And that's when Mayweather.
yeah,
you said-
Mayweather got him. They both had injuries, but I mean, it is what it is.
So I'm surprised you didn't mention. Well, you did mention Mayweather's trainer,
Yeah.
but you went to pop.
What?
So you would
I'm
tell.
gonna say this. Okay, this
go
is what I
ahead.
can't say about
'Cause I don't
Mayweather.
want to say it.
This is my thing.
Come on.
Mayweather is amazing. He's a great boxer. The thing is, what Mayweather has over everyone else is his boxing science. He
Which is what-
uses that to, when I say I've never seen anybody use it like that before. He understands you soon as he see you.
Very technical.
Soon as he see your technique, he's already figured you out.
Right.
And that is how he always wins. But the thing is with his opponents, y'all don't do y'all do exactly what you're gonna do over and over because he done figured you out the first 3 rounds. He let you get the 3 because he sees that it's a pattern now. You never switched up. You never changed anything. You felt like that was working. And he allowed you to think it worked. You get what I'm saying? And then boom, 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 boom. Now I know his right hand's gonna drop. He's already looking. He's paid attention.
He know the play already.
And
Very technical.
you know
Right.
how they have those people who are not book smart, but they can figure some crap out easy peasy lemon squeezy? That's Mayweather.
That's definitely 50 Cent. I keep thinking about the.
That's Mayweather.
Who's your favorite, pound for pound?
I'm Mike Tyson for me.
I
I
like
guess that's
Mike,
the era I
yeah.
came up in
Yeah.
because I was going to
Yeah,
ask you
he's my
about
dude.
the big guys.
Oh,
like
I
what-
love Mike.
And for me, I came up in the Mike Tyson era,
love Mike.
but my favorite pound for pound, it just has to be Roy Jones Jr. I just don't. When you talk about style
Okay, yep, I
and
can see
and
that.
technique, I mean Roy, and then how he went up in weight classes
I can
later.
see that.
I mean,
I just think Roy got a little sloppy later.
yeah, oh for sure.
Yeah, it just got a little
It's
sloppy on
called
me.
Florida cooking.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
No, no.
bodyhead entertainment. you know
Yeah,
what I'm
body
saying?
head, he rapping, smoking blacks.
And listen, that's the thing. I try to get my guys to understand that, like you have to be sworn to the quest until the
Right.
quest is over.
Right.
Like there's no playtime with this sport. There's zero. Like I always try to get my fighters to understand that. Like once you say I'm committed, everything has to stop.
That's right.
I'm sorry. The women gotta chill.
Oh, for sure.
I'm sorry. The drugs gotta chill. I'm sorry. That
Drinking.
bad food gotta chill. That drinking gotta. It has to chill because at the end of the day, that's your paycheck.
Yeah.
And remember, only 2% really get that paycheck.
Get that
Yeah, it's a very
Get that money
small-
day.
Mm.
And if you want to be a part of that 2-3%, everything you got to be like,
Go.
you got to. I'm teaching my son that now. He's realizing like, man, I've been playing around too much. I've been playing around too long, and we into year 6, and you should be pro by now, especially me as your coach.
Working
Especially-
against
serious.
yourself.
Yeah, but doing the things that you know that you're not supposed to be doing to, because you see everybody else doing it, and I get it.
Right,
We
right.
in that society, we in that mentality of, hey, why can't I do it? Because you trying to be greater.
Right.
Yeah, it takes a lot of
Your
work.
journey is
Your
different.
journey is different. You trying to be greater.
Yeah.
You're not
it's
trying to be
serious.
like Joe Smo, as my grandma would say.
Joe Smo, yeah.
Got a whole bunch of
Baby,
Joe
don't be
Smo.
like Joe Smo.
You want to be Coach Mo.
Right.
Listen here, y'all got to check Coach Mo out. I'm just on your site right now, checking it out. WeWantCoachMo.com. You could sign up for training. They got you can start training right now. I look like I need to get my wife a birthday present on October 22nd. You're holding a self-defense class.
Absolutely,
So that's an upcoming event you have,
Yep.
and
Let's get the ladies in there.
Let's
yeah,
get 'em in there.
I do a ladies boxing every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. So it's all ladies. Y'all come in, y'all get a little training, hit the bags, get some abs, and we get out of there. And I've already I've been doing this ladies training for about 5 months, and when I say my highest weight loss is about 29 pounds.
Look, son. She don't play no games, dog.
I see you got the transformation.
Yeah, you
that's
see my
pretty
dude,
good.
my heavyweight. My heavyweight should be up there too.
Yeah.
He
I see
he
a
went
heavyweight.
from 242 to 193.
Look at them little linemen, too, yeah.
Mhm.
You got the youngsters, too, getting it in there early.
Got to.
That boxing training, coach, I'm going to
Well,
show you
that's
some of
next
my
level.
pictures when I was like in the mix of it. It was different. See, right now, I just look like the coach that's training during the podcast. You know? I got a little six-pack rolling in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
That boxing trainer is something different. Shouts out to Coach Hughes at Milling His Boys Home.
Okay.
I duck him maybe every
Okay.
other day. Shouts out to him.
Malcolm.
Coach Hughes, get healthy after your surgery. We can't wait to have you back.
Mr. Malcolm.
But it's a refreshing break.
It is.
Because there's 2 tires up in there that, oh my God.
So look, this is what we're gonna do when Coach Mo event come up. We're gonna to bring the camera crew over there to
Yeah.
the gym and put us through the deal.
Come on. Y'all got to come.
We're
I'll
gonna
be ready to go.
abbreviate it,
Both of
right?
y'all.
I'll be ready.
Both of y'all.
Yeah.
Not just
When the lights come on, I'm at my best.
There you go.
this. Also, I do want to highlight my my nonprofit.
Okay.
It is called Take It to the Ring. All right. So what it does is I work with juveniles who have been in the system a little bit, and I now want them to understand that you don't have to keep your problems in the street. You can take it to the ring. Get whatever frustration. Mom's making you mad at home. Come hit my bag. Teachers not talking to you correctly. You don't have to curse them out. Come hit my bags. You know, come talk to me because I do have a degree in psychology where I do a lot of social work. That's what I do. A lot of social work. I do a lot of kid mentoring because parents are different. These parents are different.
Indeed.
They're different. And they're not the same parents that I grew up with.
Oh, no.
So what I've learned as being a high school teacher, I did that for about 4 years when I first got back, once I first retired. And what I realized as a high school teacher, they all just want you to listen. They really want you to listen. You know, no matter how fucked up they be sounding. Can I say this on? Okay.
All right.
Hey, we good.
So of course I taught boxing as a PE in high school.
Okay.
Okay.
So
what school?
it was living school. They had a
Okay.
chance to go ahead and shut down. But I taught it as a PE, and I got a chance to teach students what would happen if you're if you're undisciplined in the ring. So a lot of them challenged me, you know, because they
Physically?
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
That's the first,
I mean,
best way to find out. Best way to find
Absolutely.
out. I'm so happy you showed them, coach.
So look, the school is closed, so I guess I can say this now.
Right. No.
So you know, a lot of them challenged me physically. You're right. So I have all the equipment. I'm a coach. I can teach them, and I can actually, you know, spar. You know, do a little pop with them. So you know, they curse me out, do all their thing, and when they, you know, picking themselves up off the ground.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Exactly. Can't breathe, you can't fight.
Yeah, and I was, you know, and I was like, well, you know, if you call your parents, you know, just let them know while they, you know, where they're coming to and who they're coming to talk to.
Yeah. Straight up, no, it's needed.
And every single student, I had only about 4 males that I had to, you know, pick them back up and give them a hug after. All see me, Coach Mo, man, I want to thank you.
Right.
I ain't gonna let you kick my ass. But I want to thank you, like you the bomb.com, Coach Mo. Like, they see me on the I just ran into one for a second line. He was like, man, Coach Mo, I remember you kicked my ass in class. How you doing? So, like I said, it wasn't all about the ass kicking. It was about them needing to get something off their chest. They thought they could this way, but you know, I understand that. And once they realized, we had a great sit down and talk. Yeah.
Well, in real life, we don't learn from our wins. We learn from
No,
our
my
failures.
losses. Absolutely. You gonna have me use
You
that?
gotta learn.
Please use that.
Yeah,
Please use
use that.
I hit them
That's
every
around
Monday
the
with
phone.
one. Go ahead, please use that one.
I'm gonna have to use that. We don't learn from our wins.
Ooh,
We learn
no.
from the losses. Hey.
Coach, before we let you go, we always love our guests to come on and talk to. That's your camera right there.
Right.
Damn.
Any
Damn,
message
my
out
bad.
there? You've been dropping some gems.
For sure.
You got a lot of wisdom, Coach, a lot of
man.
skill. For our viewers out there that's watching that might need a little motivation, give them a little message right there.
It's not about who you impress. It's all about who you impact. That's a Coach Moism.
Yeah, that-
Coach Moism.
Hello, somebody. I like that, short and sweet, and that's what it's all about. Well, she's Coach Mo. Coach Mo, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you so
on.
very much.
Y'all go visit that website right now. Watch. We want. Who we want?
Who we want?
We want CoachMo.com. She's at 2600 Gravier Street, New Orleans, Louisiana. Y'all can call at 504-428-0930. Sign up. I know I got
Female self-defense class.
You can text me.
October 22nd. Definitely. You
Okay.
can text
You can
us.
text or call that number. Let's
Okay.
go.
Yeah, hit it up. Let's get y'all in there. Look, we self-defense, boxing training. You need a little cardio, whatever the case may be. Coach got you covered like a blanket.
And also, it's an event space, so the ring can stay up or the ring stay down. However you want it, it becomes your own little canvas. A lot of people been catching it with the ring up. I have a sneaker ball knocking out cancer on Saturday on the 25th. They're doing a knockout cancer sneaker ball in the gym. Well, it's not in the gym, but it's going to be in the gym, but not the gym. So we're keeping the ring up. They about to make it live and pink. I love it. Yeah.
So it's a sneaker ball
Mhm.
with breast cancer color influence.
Absolutely. They wanted to knock out cancer as their theme. And it was like, why not do it in a boxing gym?
Wow.
Came out, reached out, and it was like, this is amazing. We're shooting it here. We want to, and it's amazing.
I know a guy look great in pink. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, look,
It's a
I'm
sneaker
not
ball.
gonna get Gordon.
Listen, it's a
Yeah,
sneaker
him too.
ball.
Get him too.
October
Yeah.
25th.
Hey, I don't look.
Listen,
I'm
sneaker
with it.
ball,
I had
October-
my pink gloves when I was a
Yeah.
player
Hello.
too.
We
Hello.
might have to show up, Fed.
I'm
Sneaker
with it.
ball,
Yeah,
Some
October
guys
definitely.
look great in
25th.
pink.
Definitely.
It's
Yes,
so
and-
cool.
No Cam.
No. Well, she's Coach Mo. Hey, y'all, let's keep fighting, baby. She got y'all. Boom, come on now. Hey, look, I'm Southpaw. You know what I'm talking about?
I love it.
Hello, somebody.
Thank you for your service.
Yes,
Thank y'all
indeed.
for your
Thank you once
support.
again for your services and for coming on the show. Hey, well, y'all don't go nowhere. We're going to be right back here on Inside the Trenches on ESPN Baton Rouge. Hello, somebody.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Yeah, we always show. See how this fella about to come up on this stage. He played with the New Orleans Saints. But one thing about that is nothing. Because when he hit his microphone,
for the radio, that lady yelling hello, Faye. Big dog, smooth cat with some mellow ways. In the 10th grade, I used to rock the mellow braids. Private school at the time, they wanted us with fame. Then the dog with the West jump, March won't step, big with the pep step. You can call me up, do it for my turn, I'ma do it for my nut. Do it for the hood when I'm on player step. Hello, come on. Hello, somebody. Hey, I'ma move my body. Say what? I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello, 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 somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello, I gotta represent. Fame in this thing, I'ma make it make sense. You can shake your legs for me, move the balls for me. Chop a style with it. Come on, come on.
I love is the truth.
Come on.
I love showing love. I love being me.
What up?
I love representing because it set my mind free. Tell them kids stay in school.
Ain't no love in the streets.
Take them back to the good old days. We rock polos with the good old days. To New Orleans and say,
Yeah, that's him.
they like me. I want them to love me like they love Slim. But hello.
Soldier
They
Slim.
saying chopper, it's your turn now.
Come on.
Keep your foot on the gas and never turn down. Come on. But I remember being turned down. The ones who counted me out.
Oh, they gon' learn now. You never know when you gon' meet somebody.
Just remember to say hello.
Hello, somebody.
I'ma move my body.
Come on.
But when you shake, don't be lazy. Motorboat can't get crazy. Oh yeah, come on.
Hello, somebody.
Say what?
I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello. Saints, I love y'all. Go Saints, baby. LSU Tigers. Let's get it, y'all.
So check this out. Chopper, Ronald, y'all my big brothers, right? So
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
And now all the pass rushers on the field.
Rattler in his own end zone throws, and it's broken up. What a great play by Javon Holland.
Does an excellent job. You're going to see him. He's coming from the top of the screen. He's matched up on Olave right there from a deep position.
Scatterboo in motion. Dart right back to the air over the middle. He's got a man and a first down. That's Daniel Bellinger. The ball came out, though. Saints are saying they have it. The officials are saying Bellinger was down.
Unless the ball's moving as he's bringing it to the ground. He's got it. He's hit. He's down. Ball pops out.
Scatterboo right up the middle, following his offensive line, and he's going to be very close to a Giants first down. Gives the Giants a first down, 7th play of this opening drive. Dart looking end zone. He's got a man down there, and down at the 1 is Bellinger. Before the Saints have a chance to look at this one.
Really good action in the backfield and great ball handling by Jackson Dart.
Play action, Dart, end zone, wide open, touchdown, Theo Johnson. And so for the 2nd straight week, the Giants score a touchdown on their opening drive. Worst red zone touchdown percentage in the NFL. They're 1 for 1 today.
You're only hurting yourself. You got to help yourself a little bit.
Rattler back in there, pitches to Kamara, trying the edge, makes a great move on Dexter Lawrence before Tyler Nubin tackles him. And that's a gain of 10 for Kamara. Back to Kamara, and the Giants were ready this time. And the first one to get there is Abdul Carter, a loss of 1 on the play. That's Taysom Hill in motion. Rattler fires, and that one's caught at the 41-yard line, very close to a first down. It's Chris Olave on the reception.
Receivers, they've got to find a way to break tackles and get additional yardage after the catch. Worst in the league so far this season.
3rd and 1, a quarterback keeper, and the Saints keep the drive alive in New Jersey against the Giants. Rattler has another completion. That's Devon Bailey on the catch.
As a free safety, and Tyler Nubin closer to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 3. Rattler stands in there and throws. Shaheed makes an adjustment and the catch. A gain of 9 and a first down.
That could be an issue for you as you try and match up if he gets into the secondary.
10th play of the drive. Rattler gets rid of it quickly. Olave's got some space. Olave down the sideline for a first down. Goes in motion. They hand it to him, and the Giants are there. Kayvon Thibodeau makes the play. A loss of 4.
Out quick, and don't give them enough time to pick up a first down.
Rattler to Kamara, holds on this time, but Okerike's all over him. Gain of attempt at 28-yard field goal. Out of the hold of Kai Kroger, and Groupie is good. All the best to KK. Yeah. Dart throwing, Bellinger, a.k.a. Malik Neighbors. 2nd down and 10. Dart looks right, nobody on the left.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
And just like that, baby, we back. We back. It's Gas Money taking over the 99-2000. Welcome back. It's Inside the Trenches. We're live here at Loyola University right here uptown New Orleans, representing. Shouts out to our production crew. Taylor Gang. Yeah. Everybody in there. Hannah Montana. They got that boy Tobi on the music, mixing it up in there. Shouts out to Joe and the rest of the crew. And big ups to Dr. Kendra. Dr. Kendra was just talking about you to Coach Mo. I was showing off my morning six-pack. CL took off his jacket to take the picture. We wanted to show the results of Still Body. Stillbody.org. Great products. Y'all can get them CMOS. Yeah. You can get the Speed Up 365 once a day. That's it. Little elderberry, and it works wonders. It cuts your appetite. Put the nutrients in your body that you need. Visit stillbody.org for more information. Get your products and let them know that you heard about them right here on Inside the Trenches. Fellas, college football weekend was a bit crazy, right? You had Texas, they went down, right? Florida won against Texas. I thought that was cool. Chris, I'm going to come to you first. You look at this Florida team, started off on a bad foot. They definitely lost us at LSU. But since then, the conversation has been hot seat for Coach Napier. When you think about this win against Texas, and they don't stop that, they still got Georgia, got Texas A&M. What did this Florida team show you?
Resiliency. And that's what they showed me. They showed me resiliency, especially their defense. And I never thought the defense was the problem in Florida. Florida has always had an amazing defense this year. It was just the offense. Yeah, like they couldn't move the ball down the field. They couldn't, they turnovers and all that stuff. But the offense, they did a pretty nice job protecting the football, going down the field, taking time off the clock, and just staying on the field. And I think that was a complete team win against Texas, and they showed some resiliency. That's the word.
Well, guys, I'm going to continue with the same sentiment that I've been having since week 0. I don't think Arch Manning is really that great of a quarterback.
No, that could be true, too.
I believe that Texas lost too many weapons to the National Football League. So I never believed that Texas was a top 5, top 10 football team in this year's rankings. Obviously I'm not speaking rankings. Y'all know I don't do rankings, but just as far as a quality football team. So for them to lose against Florida, I just think that co-signs what I'm saying. Texas is not who we thought they were.
And I'll say this about Texas, just like I could say the same thing. Who that is did a nice little re-up, lost everything, and just Oregon. They lost a lot of players and just read up, and they're doing well. You look at Oklahoma, but Texas, he lost Golden to the league. Calvin Banks, Bonds, it was Isaiah Bonds.
Yeah.
He lost some weapons. Worthy.
Banks.
Calvin. I'm saying we can keep going. We can keep going. But at the end of the day, it's on you to regroup. But the bottom line about Arch, he never really went against any real competition. He didn't get an opportunity. Like, when he was shining, it was against University of Louisiana Monroe. So now that he's going against real SECs, he needs this year to prepare. Can he be a great quarterback? Yeah, but it was too much overhyping. They took the last name too far.
Yeah, for sure.
We've seen that a lot. And Florida exposed it. DJ Lagway, 21 for 28, almost had him 300 yards, high QBR. I thought that was pretty good. Arch numbers, they were there, but it's just the 2 interceptions, right? 70% of 2 interceptions that
wouldn't win at Newman.
Right. And see, back to your
boy.
boy.
Newman.
I'm going to talk about LCA. Cupid brings up when I think Jawan Johnson, those boys put up like 42 points. Archie was only at like 7 points. This was both of their senior year. So, pedigree is one thing. Hype is another thing. But, you know, losing to a Florida team that was, I mean, scratching for a win, it just hadn't been looking too good for them. But I guess, I mean, obviously Texas is out of
the top
25.
Yeah.
And now you got to look at the rest of the schedule. And we talked about where they go next. They go to
should go home.
Let me see who they have next. I feel like they have another top 15 opponent this week.
Oklahoma.
They play Oklahoma. That's right. Number 6 Oklahoma. Team that's 5-0.
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh boy.
It matters, you know, the numbers are there, CL.
And for probably the last 10 years, every starting Oklahoma quarterback is starting in the NFL right now. So it just goes to show you that the talent is in these conferences. It's just how do you take care of it? How do you mature the talent? I'm so glad that they are going to give Arch another year, or his family is making him have another year. But there's just so much talent in college football today. They don't necessarily have to all go to Texas, LSU, Alabama. You know, they don't have 5-stars sitting on the bench anymore in college football. So the diversity in the division of the conferences as well as the players have kind of evened the board, if you will. So the guys that are actually special, like a Sellers, like a Legway, it's showing now. It's showing now because now you see the hype that, and we're not picking on Arch. We're just using Arch as an example. But you see the hype train that comes with Texas, the celebrities, the money, the band boosters. But at the end of the day, they're down to 2 to 3 stars, starters as it is, and they could lose any day like they did on Saturday against Florida.
Another big time game this weekend that turned into not so much a big time game because it was a big time loss for Penn State. They did lose to UCLA. Nico.
Oh my God!
How you say Nico's last name? Is it Amanu Never?
The tall quarterback for UCLA.
I cannot pronounce it.
I can't do it. It's a
working
struggle.
on it.
Well, he was at Tennessee.
Yeah.
There was a lot of controversy with him in the portal. Well, he did exceptionally well. And he actually rushed for 128 yards, too, against Penn State.
Very Vince Youngish.
Probably his best game of his career so far.
I hate to talk about these 3 quarterbacks. It was a lot of hype at the beginning of the season behind Drew Allard.
That's correct.
There was a lot of hype behind Arch Manning.
That's correct.
The most.
It was a lot of earned hype by Drew Allard, though. He did earn it from the season before.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of hype behind my man Nussmeier.
Those
are the 3 main guys that were up for preseason Heisman.
Yeah.
I guess when we look at Heisman's right now, top performers, Sellers performing exceptionally well. The young man, is it Moore out of Oregon?
Dante Moore, yeah.
Dante Moore out of Oregon. He's performing at a high level right now. We talked about John Matters here at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So we look at the scope as the season changes. This is an embarrassing loss by Penn State. You lose to unranked UCLA team, and it was, I'm just here at the box score, just paying attention to how UCLA won the first quarter, demolished them in the second quarter, and then they come out in halftime, and Penn State tried to catch back, but it was the fact that UCLA didn't let off. Defensively, they did what they had to do. So now the scope is changing. Penn State moved the chessboard around. LSU, we still in the top 15, but this is going to be a huge game. We will talk about here momentarily against South Carolina.
Yeah.
For sure.
So it's just too many moving parts, CL, when you look at exactly how the college football scope look. I mean, Ohio State started off the preseason ranked high. Really solid quarterback is saying I think he should be in the conversation as well when we start talking about Heisman.
Mr. Smith.
Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah.
You know, to CL's point, I mean, they beat the
draft
brakes.
you in the first round.
Right. One more game I want to talk about that was a big upset, and that was Florida State versus Miami.
Ooh, that was a beating.
It was a beating. It really was, but it goes back to how well coaches are able to maneuver in the transfer portal. Getting Carlson Beck over
from Georgia.
Come on now, you got an SEC quarterback, won him a national championship, understands how to win. You look at the production in this game, 0 interceptions, 4 touchdowns, 20 for 27. Tommy Castellanos, 272 yards. He threw 2 interceptions, though, which led to the loss. Now, Florida State still 3-2, but they're 0-2 in ACC play. Where, look, Chris, bro, you got this Miami team making some noise. Now they're 5-0. Oh, man, they lose Cam Ward to the league. What they going to do? Hit the portal. Get you a quarterback. Talk about Carson Beck
quarterback
and how he was able to basically keep things rolling down there in Miami.
Absolutely. I am very impressed with Carson Beck this year. And not to say that I never was impressed with Carson Beck, but the difference I've seen from him this year versus years past, he's playing a lot better in big, high-stake games. Yes, I think he's been playing way better in big, high-stake games this year than versus last year. And I think that's the difference between Carson Beck this year and Carson Beck in the past. And that's the most impressive thing about him this year.
CL, man, big matchup in Tiger Stadium this Saturday. Homecoming for us as we take on South Carolina. LSU does have a 73% chance of winning this game at home. This game frustrated the hell out of me last year.
Oh, yeah.
I never wish for anybody to get hurt, but I will say that Lenarius Sellers last year, until he got hurt, was definitely on the ropes of beating LSU out there in South Carolina. For real, you know, you got a young man that, in my opinion, definitely should be somewhere near the conversation as one of the top quarterbacks in college football. The passing yardage isn't there, but the production in regards to what he's able to do with his feet, how he's able to man the pocket. I'm going to go ahead and kick this thing off for y'all. LSU's defense have to show up and show out. We've, here in the last game, struggled with a mobile quarterback in Chambers.
Yeah,
we can't afford to lose rush lane integrity. We can't afford to get beat up front. We're going to have to set the tone. Now, of course, you know we're going to utilize Harold Perkins in the way that we normally do, spying the quarterback. CL, when you look at this matchup, South Carolina's coming to town. It's a team that record is 3-2, but the record doesn't really say as much. Man, this boy 240, 6'3" coming in.
It's a problem. Mr. Sellers was a problem last year. Mr. Sellers is going to be a problem this year.
Oh, yeah.
The question that I have for LSU and the faithful and the Tiger Nation is, what are you going to do about Nussmeier's injury that they keep trying to keep under the rugs? I made the suggestion a couple of weeks ago that maybe he sit out the game before the bye just to get healthy. You know, I didn't think they necessarily needed him to win, and they definitely didn't need him to play 3 quarters. The reason why I'm in camouflage today is because I speak about the elephant in the room. So believe me, I'm not trying to hide. What is LSU going to do about the fact that Coach Kelly is just not the guy for the job? Coach Kelly, and I won't say that he's lost the locker room, but you can just tell, and by all means, gentlemen, chime in. They don't necessarily like Coach Kelly. They almost pretend to like him when he wins, and you know when he doesn't win, it comes out. It comes out in the media and the questions. Comes out in his responses. What is LSU going to do about Nussmeier not being healthy? Can I ask you a question? If he's seen more plays than I have. How many times has LSU ran power this year?
We've tried to run power, but that goes back to the offensive line. I think when you look at this LSU offensive line, it's the development of them. It's like the arrest the development of the offensive line. Tyreek Adams is playing exceptionally well up front.
Shout out to him.
That's your St. Aug guy, right?
Yeah.
My little West Bend cousin.
Cool. Yeah.
But the Ole Miss game wasn't his best game, right? Obviously, it
none of their best
it was none of that. But you look at a guy who's been productive in the undefeated season of LSU, obviously until we played Ole Miss. To chime in on the Brian Kelly thing, it's hard for me to be super critical of whether he belongs or whether he doesn't, because he did make a night and day change in the portal defensively. Defensively, I could say he's trying.
Mm-hmm.
Most coaches would stay stubborn and say, hey, I want it my way. I think Coach Kelly, at least in the last 2 years, he's shown me he's tried to adapt. You bring in Corey Raymond 2 years ago. You bring in Coach Bo Davis. The Saints hire him. So you bring in somebody that's just as knowledgeable and kind of cut from that cloth, and Coach Kyle Williams. So he's trying to. He's the former players' dinners with Coach Kelly.
Right.
He spoke to us, and he spoke about the importance of your guy, O'Para Walker guy, and Frank Wilson.
Right.
Well, St. Aug guy, high school graduate, but
Frank actually went to Carl.
Middle
went to St.
Aug, right? Carl St. Aug.
Coaching Walker years later.
That's right, and that's why I always mention him when I think about Walker. So Coach Frank, knowing the fabric of Louisiana and which players to get in, we got realizing these guys.
Is that the possible replacement?
Hey, I mean we've heard a lot. So contractually, Coach Kelly still has a lot of skins on the wall for LSU.
Sure.
I can say this, respectively, he has gotten better over the years in adapting to the culture.
Was that to save his job, like Dabo Sweeney did in Clemson?
I mean, shoot, look at Billy Napier this past weekend. You think he ain't save his job at least another week? I'm safe beating, having a big win against Texas. This is a team, for all intents and purposes, was the number 1 ranked team coming into the preseason. So you got to kind of look at it like that. Now, as far as reception and the decisions with Coach Nussmeier, with Gary Nussmeier, the inability to get this running game going, I think a lot of that has to do with the development. And they're trying to, I think we talked about this with Cupid, right? Juwan Johnson being one of the more electrifying players, Harlan Berry, another electrifying player. How could we get these guys on the field together or getting the equal amount of snaps? If, and this is a big if, now, Gary did have an entire week off to get his core straight. It could have been 2 weeks. He could have, to your point, it could have been split 2 weeks.
Right.
He could have set South Eastern, right? Play the Ole Miss game a little healthier, and then that's just us thinking. We're just keeping it a dollar, but we keeping it real.
And hindsight is 2020. We do understand that,
right?
We understand that.
We get that concept, but now here's a situation where we're gonna need him, and we have to have a backup plan. Now, I was talking to our good friend of the show, Cupid, about how we have Juwan in that running back room now. Pulling him out the quarterback, bringing him back to the quarterback room, that's just a different monster. But we got Van Buren now. This is a guy who has SEC,
transfer,
from Mississippi State, so he has SEC starts. So I think that's a start for us. What saved LSU's offensive line the past 2 years prior to the last 2 years, right? When you look at the 22 season and 23 season, young offensive line, you got young Will Campbell here, a freshman. You got Emory Jones here, freshman. What saved that off? Because the running game struggled then, too.
Yes.
What saved that offensive line? Jaden Daniels. What he was able to do on his feet. We know Gary Nussmeier is a pro-style quarterback, and when healthy, he could be one of the best pro-style quarterbacks. But what I'm going to make the point of saying is, it's a reason there's a portal. It's a reason why we got to get guys. You're getting starters that's okay with being second string for situations like this. So somewhere in this game, if Gary can't go, we got to look at a mobile quarterback to help off a young offensive line. Well, y'all, that's 8:30 already, man.
Time flies so fast.
Clip his wings. Yes, the Tigers do take on South Carolina this week. 6:30 game right there at Tiger Stadium. Me and the crew will be there with LSU Sports Radio. We want to take this time to thank Coach Mo for coming through. Y'all make sure y'all check her out. 2600 Gravia Street. Y'all make sure y'all give her to get y'all body right. You know we got to move that body. For more information, follow her at Who They Want, Coach Mo on Instagram. Top like that one, yeah. Big ups to all of our sponsors, the Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Get Gordon, get it done. Remember, if you need yourself a solid team to get you straight through your accidents, car accidents that happen, I'll let my people, they got y'all covered like a blanket. We want to take this time also to thank Dr. Kendra once again, stillbody.org. Got me and CL over here getting right, man. Hitting the gym.
Like a honey bun in the
getting our
microwave.
nutrients in it. Chris said he gonna get the post-workout shakes Dr. Kendra got for him. So we're gonna keep that rolling. Y'all be sure to holler at her at stillbody.org for more information. High school juniors and senior football players. Y'all want to play college football and have it paid for on the next level? Well, you have to visit csportspros.com. csportspros.com. Go get y'all consultation, fill out the information, and we'd love to get y'all rolling. Conquer Sports Pros. Remember that website is C Sports Pros. Big ups to the production crew, baby.
Oh, yes.
Damian up in there, Hannah Montana. We got Tobi in there. Yeah, we got our homeboy Taylor gang getting things rolling as well, and the rest of the crew over there doing such a good job. For my co-host CL NOLA, y'all want to make sure, I think he's actually going to the next few away games. Might be in Chicago or Chicago here. I forget how that goes.
Nah, Chicago's away.
Chicago's away. He's going to be there. So y'all want to watch the Instagram, CL_NOLA. And big ups to congratulations to Lil Chris, now part of the National Black Journalists Association.
Yes.
Yes, indeed, man.
Brother.
So proud of you on that one.
Thank y'all.
Y'all got to hook up. You got to hook me and CL up, bro. We got to get
y'all.
that.
I'm gonna
Big ups to Lil Chris, man, for that accomplishment.
I'll let you write my autobiography.
There we go.
Okay.
Hey, well, look, check this out, y'all. Monday Fun Day. Thank y'all for hanging out with us this Monday. Y'all hope y'all continue to enjoy Monday Night Football. And if y'all checking it out, it might be Tuesday or Thursday. Y'all go ahead and watch this again. Well, thank y'all so much, baby. It is Inside the Trenches right here on ESPN Baton Rouge. Hello, somebody.
Inside the trenches.